Hello, everybody out there on YouTube, and welcome to race number 11 of Season 7 NNSCRA, Walmart Cup Series. I'm Levi McIntyre, aka Thrash Maniac 99, the voice of NNSCRA Walmart Cup Series, here to welcome you to the Mountain Dew 400. Sorry about that. The Mountain Dew 400 here at Darlington Raceway, where we are about to go 37 laps of racing here at the prestigious Lady in Black, home of the Darlington Stripe, and also one of the toughest tracks of the entire racing world. Before we get started, let's take a look and see how the top 20 in the standings look coming into this race. Preston Plord continues to lead the point standings. He leads by 18 points over last week's winner at Sonoma, P.J. Williams. Third is Chris Michaels. Fourth, Charles Jackson. Fifth, Danny Wells. Sixth is Tanner Sullivan, who's the highest of the rookies in the standings right now. Seventh, Dylan Poteet. Eighth, David Rivera. Ninth, Trent Dunham. 10th, Benjamin Miles. Rest of the top 20 is Angel Navarro, Michael Norman, Dylan Thoreau, Alex Hawkins, Cody Lamas, Dorian Facepuncher, Austin LaPlante, Charles Sanford, Kyle Corbett, and Joshua Collard. That is how your top 20 in the standings look, as you've seen the starting lineup on the side. And also from me scrolling through the rest. But the top 10 starting lineup I'm going to look at. Seth Cole on the pole. He is the first driver this season to get multiple poles this season. Second, Dorian Facepuncher. Third is Ian Dutta. Fourth, Jesse Setti. Fifth, Joshua Balkin. Sixth, Trent Dunham. Seventh, Kyle Matthews. Eighth, Joshua Collard. Ninth, Alex Hawkins. 10th, Dylan Thoreau. Let's go ahead and get the command to fire engines, shall we?
Drivers, start your engines!
And there you have it. 37 laps of racing here. This is the shortest Darlington race we're doing this season. And the next time we come here, which will be right before the chase, it will be the Southern 500, where we go the full distance of, I think it's 56 laps, I want to assume. Or close to, or maybe a little over 50 laps, but either way, the Southern 500 is taking place here during a couple races before the chase begins. So it's going to be one of those critical races for drivers to try to win, to try to get in the chase when we get to that point. But heck, we're already just a couple races away from the first half of the regular season being over. And Seth Cole is looking for a victory this season. He won the Budweiser Shootout at Daytona earlier this season, but that's a non-points event. Seth Cole trying to pick up his first points race victory in a long time. I think since Season 5. Season 4 or 5, one of those two, but he's been on a long winless streak. Maybe this will be the race for him to finally break it. We shall find out. Pace car's in pit road, which means it's time to get ready to go racing here. And here we go. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go Darlington racing, boys and girls. Seth Cole off to a pretty decent start. He manages to get by Dorian Facepuncher. And Facepuncher is about to get passed for second by Seth's teammate, Ian Dutta. So now it's a Tweenix 1-2 right now, with Seth in the lead, Dutta in second. Dutta thinking about going underneath for the lead, and he made that pass look easy. Dutta now to the point, and Seth Cole starting to fall back as a result of that huge pass for the lead. But now Dutta's got Joshua Balkin behind him, who Balkin starting to get some momentum. Last week at Sonoma, he finished top 10, his first top 10 finish of the season. Now he's about to try to challenge for the lead. And Jesse Setti, who's been back and forth in the standings this season, Sometimes she'll be top 10, sometimes outside the top 20, which is where she is right now in 22nd. But maybe she can come through with a good finish here tonight. But now underneath is Joshua Balkin, and now he's going to take the lead over. So far already we've had a lead change every lap. We had Seth Cole lead lap 1, Ian Dutta lead lap 2, Balkin to lead lap 3, and I don't know if anybody's going to go by him yet. So Balkin right now is going to lead the most laps of 2 so far here tonight. And he's got a bit of distance because there's the battle for second. Kyle Matthews going over Jesse Setti right now. And Alex Hawkins following behind him. Yeah, this is a track where there's going to be a lot of position shuffling going on throughout the entire course of this race. Like Seth Cole, he was bypassed earlier for the lead, and he's still falling back. But Balkin up at the front in the number 99 Scott's car. Perhaps Joshua Balkin could be a car to beat here, and so far right now, he so far has led the most laps, but we're still pretty early on. 31 laps left here in this race. And look at Dylan Poteet. I think he started like outside the top 20, I think. And now all of a sudden he's up here in third. Then again, this track, the low line can easily make the guy up high fall back a lot of spots if there's a lot of traffic in that area. But Poteet right behind his teammate Alex Hawkins. So we got two Tweenix cars in the top 5, Hawkins and Poteet right now. Then again, Tweenix has got the most cars of any team in this season. I think it's about 8 or 9. There's a lot. You know, you got Poteet, Hawkins, Seth Cole, Chase Oliver, Ian Dutta, James McLeod, James Silverfox, Danny Wells, and Matt McIntyre. That's a lot of drivers for one team. PJ Williams, last week's winner at Sonoma, thinking about maybe wanting to go 2 in a row. He's right now following behind Dylan Poteet in third. Back here, Trent Dunham. Trent Dunham's been having a pretty good start to the season so far. Currently, he comes in 9th in the point standings. He's been getting some good finishes lately. He got top 5 last week at Sonoma, which put him in the top 10 in the standings. Now he's having a good run going right now. But look at the guy who I think has been stepping it up as of late. James McLeod. A couple weeks ago at Michigan, he got his first top 5 finish of the season and his first good run of the season, 3rd at Michigan. Last week at Sonoma, he finished 6th. Now he's running in the 6th position right now. So McLeod, he's been trying to get some momentum going after the tough start he had to the season back before Michigan. But right now, Balkin's still leading the way, but PJ Williams coming underneath. And he's going to make that pass look easy, and Balkin's going to fall back a few spots. Now PJ Williams. Last week's winner from Sonoma, PJ Williams, to the lead now. It's pretty much mostly single file throughout the entire field. There's a couple instances of double wide racing going on. Then again, Darlington's probably one of the best tracks for real good racing. And we may have a battle for the lead on our hands. Dylan Poteet trying to make a run for PJ Williams right now. Jesse Setti, who's been pretty much in that top 5 so far most of this race. She's maybe buying her time for going for the spot that she wants, which is the lead. Now the pit strategy is going to be interesting because it's a shorter race. They may only have to pit one time if possible, though we shall see whenever we get to whenever the fuel window is going to come into play. Now it's 23 to go here at Darlington. A potential battle for the 4th spot, James McLeod right behind Joshua Balkin. So that's what that 4th place battle is looking like right now. Then it's separated on back to the 6th position, which is now taken by Trent Dunham. Battle for 7th, though, Dougie Shears and Dylan Thoreau trying to get by the 39 of Alex Hawkins. Meanwhile, the driver in the 10th spot right now, Charles Sanford, back there in the 03, who won back at Michigan after a controversial crash that took place when Jessica Sheldon was leading but was in the back of the pack due to a scoring issue from a caution that came out. Then she was in the back of the pack when a wreck happened, and she just got a little piece of it, but then she got taken out flat out by Sean Galligan. And then Sheldon had to retire out of the race, and Charles Sanford ended up with the victory. But let's go back up to the front of the field where P.J. Williams starting to pull ahead again from 2nd place. Because that is now a battle for 2nd starting to brew. Jesse Setti is right up to the back bumper of Dylan Poteet. And so far, no cars have come to pit road yet, so... And we're about to the halfway point. Next time by, it'll be halfway. So I think they will only have to pit probably once here in this race. Right now, P.J. Williams, half a second lead over Poteet and Setti right now. Let's see the margin this time. And it has grown to now over 0.6. But Setti's not giving up on trying to get to the back bumper of Poteet. And now the pit stops are starting to happen. P.J. Williams enters in pit road, although many other cars came in before them. So this is going to be interesting here to see who could be the leader. Could P.J. Williams keep the spot, or is he going to get bypassed by drivers? Who knows? But this is one of those kind of congested pit roads almost because of that pit wall on the outside of the racetrack. But then again, they have that there for safety precautions. And, excuse me. It looks like P.J. Williams is going with 4 tires and fuel. And P.J. Williams, it looks like he's going to be the first one out of pit road. Out of this group of cars. Well, let's see who all got out ahead. The first guy I think I see that came out of pit road under that first group, I think, is James McLeod. So I think McLeod is now the leader. Let's see when they come to the stripe here. And it is McLeod. James McLeod is now the race leader. So I guess coming into pit road first, being the first one of that group of cars to come in pit road, helped him out, so now he's the race leader. Now it's going to be interesting because the first set... Oh, wait a minute, there's some smoke and skid marks. Somebody must have gotten up into the wall and nearly spun. I'm not sure as to who it could have been, because I'm not seeing any cars damaged. At least I don't think I'm seeing them. but it looked like a near spin up in turns 3 and 4, but he somehow saved it thanks to the help from that wall. So let's take a look, but I was going to say, now the pit strategy is going to be interesting because some cars, like McLeod and such, came and pitted on lap 18. So depending on how it's going to play out, they may be 1 lap short of fuel. I'm not sure, but let's take a look and see how the field looks now after the pit stops have happened. James McLeod is the leader. Second is P.J. Williams. Third, Dylan Poteet. Fourth, Jesse Setti. Fifth, Joshua Balkin. Sixth is Angel Navarro. Seventh is Trent Dunham. Eighth, Charles Sanford. Ninth, Ian Dutta. 10th is Dougie Shears. 11th is Michael Norman. 12th, Chris Michaels. 13th, Kyle Matthews. 14th, Chase Oliver. 15th is Charles Jackson. 16th, Drew McIntyre. 17th, James Silverfox. 18th, Jessica Villanueva. 19th, Zachary Fitzwater. 20th is Danny Wells. 21st is Austin LaPlante. 22nd is Chris Washer. 23rd, Stephen Pollard III. 24th, Seth Cole. 25th, Bob Jones. 26th, Dylan Young. 27th is Pichu London. 28th, Dylan Thoreau. 29th, Kyle Corbett. 30th, David Rivera. 31st, Alex Hawkins. 37th, or 32nd, I should say, is Jeffrey Rose. 33rd, Anthony McCrory. 34th, Tanner Sullivan. 35th, Jessica Shelton. 36th, Sean Galligan. 37th, Cody Lamas. 38th, Preston Plord. 39th, Benjamin Miles. 40th, Joshua Collard. 41st, Dorian Facepuncher. And 42nd, and I think is the guy who got up into the wall, and that's Matt McIntyre. Now we got a new leader, and it's again back to P.J. Williams. He must have made a run on McLeod and gone by him. So as a result, Williams is now the leader, and I think he's going to get the most laps led bonus points because he's just been dominating this race pretty much. Once his car got up to the front, nobody's really been able to make a challenge to him, but maybe McLeod can give him that challenge, since the margin is pretty close. And then further on back there, you saw Poteet and Balkin for about nearly 2.4 seconds back behind the lead. That's a long distance. So I think the race is going to come down to these two, P.J. Williams and James McLeod, potentially. Margin this time, 0.23 seconds. So Williams' car is just too strong. His car is just really, really fantastic right now. Although Poteet and company are starting to actually catch up to the leaders right now, I think. Yeah, they are gradually catching them. They just gotta keep working together in like a draft, and then they can get up to those two cars in front of them. But now there's battles going on. And whoa, there goes Charles Sanford! He just went head on into the wall, I think. Charles Sanford just got took out, and there's no caution. Jesse said he took out Charles Sanford, and we have no caution. That's kind of a shock right there. And there you see the smoke coming out of the 03. That's the first time we've had since Talladega that we've had cars, or actually no, since Michigan, that we've had a car retire. Man, that is a tough break for the winner at Michigan, Charles Sanford. My goodness. That is just a tough, tough break right there. But back up at the front, P.J. Williams still is pulling away from McLeod. Trent Dunham's in third. He's the one who's been starting to gain on the two drivers ahead of him. But I think the Williams and McLeod, they're going to catch Matt McIntyre here pretty soon. And if McIntyre's going to be a burden to Williams and McLeod, that can help Trent get right up there to him, because he's been gradually cutting away at that lead. But it's still a long ways back, 1.85 seconds. That's still a long ways away from getting to that point. And Matt McIntyre's still way ahead of the 5 car. Margin from first through third, 1.76 with 2 laps to go. And it is official, Charles Sanford did retire officially out of the race after that issue with Jesse Setti, so we may have another rivalry. A couple weeks ago in Michigan, it's Galligan and Sheldon, now Sanford and Setti, but white flag is out here at Darlington. And PJ Williams' lead just continues to get bigger and bigger over James McLeod. Williams trying to be the first one this season to go 2 in a row. PJ Williams pretty much got clean track in front of him except for Matt McIntyre, but coming to the checkered flag. PJ Williams, second week in a row, goes to victory lane. He wins the Mountain Dew 400 at Darlington. Great job for that 5 team. They have just been on fire this season. Great performance from him. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and take a look at the official finishing results of the race. James McLeod continues his momentum streak of good finishes and stepping his game up. Led a few laps. He comes away in a second place finish. Great run for the 51 team. Trent Dunham, another momentum streak continuing. That's going to put him up higher in the standings. He finishing in third. Dylan Potee with a great run in fourth. And then Angel Navarro rounding out the top 5 with a great run in fifth. Joshua Balkin, another top 10 run for him. He comes away in the 6th position. Ian Dutta, great run in 7th. Jesse Setti, solid run in 8th. Dougie Shears with a solid finish in 9th. And James Silverfox, great run in the 10th spot. Rest of the top 20, Michael Norman, Kyle Matthews, Zachary Fitzwater, Chris Michaels, Jessica Villanueva, Rue McIntyre, Charles Jackson, Dylan Young, Austin LaPlante, Chase Oliver. Rest of the top 30, Dylan Thoreau, David Rivera, Chris Washer, Bob Jones, Stephen Pollard III, Danny Wells, Seth Cole, Kyle Corbett, Pichu London, Jeffrey Rose. Rest of the top 40, Jessica Shelton, Alex Hawkins, Anthony McCrory, Tanner Sullivan, Cody Lamas, Preston Plord, Sean Galligan, Benjamin Miles, Joshua Collard, Dorian Facepuncher. Last car to finish, Matt McIntyre, and then 1 car retired out of the race after a turnaround by Jesse Setti, and that was Charles Sanford. But anyways, thank you guys for watching the Mountain Dew 400 here at Darlington. Our next race, we head to the road course at Lime Rock for a short race over there to get ready for All-Star Weekend. But until then, here are your results, rookie points and regular points heading into Lime Rock. And this is Levi McIntyre, signing off.